It's the Daily Doug.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the Daily Doug. Thanks for being with me today. My friends, it's a Monday, it's the start of a new week, and we need some pep. We need some get up and go. I've got my coffee in my Daily Doug mug, and we're gonna make it a Metal Monday. And I am coming full circle in my journey with the band Nightwish today. I'm going back to the very first song that I ever heard from this band. We're going to hear Ghost Love Score for the second time. However, the version that I'm hearing today, I have never heard before. And so I am happy to get back to this. Here's the story, friends. It was episode 52. Like, we're close to 750. Episode 52 in February of 2021, more than 3 years ago. I first heard Ghost Love Score by Nightwish. It had been suggested to me by Nightwish fans who had found my little YouTube channel and asked me to indulge in their music by their favorite band, right? And so I had only been doing music reactions and reviews for less than a month. And that's when my journey with Nightwish began. I remember being absolutely floored by by Floor in that performance and the rest of the band with the live performance of Ghost Love Score from Wacken in 2013. Since then, I have done 12 more videos dedicated to music from this band. And as I wanted to come back to some performances by women or led by women during this Women's History Month here in March, I wanted to return to the music of Nightwish, and I decided to come back to Ghost Love Score. And I've never heard the original studio recording, and that's what we're up to today. It's going to be fun. So, Ghost Love Score, it was originally included on Once, which was Nightwish's 5th studio album. It was released in June of 2004, almost 20 years ago now. And that album, Once, would be the last album that Nightwish did with vocalist Tarja Turunen. And this song, Ghost Love Score, is the longest on the album. And it has music and lyrics by keyboardist and composer Tuomas Holopainen. And as I read in, and from what I remember, with this album, they were moving away from a more power metal influence and into a more progressive and symphonic sound, making use of a full orchestra for most of this album's songs. So that's what I'm hoping to hear today, is what they did in the studio with the orchestra and how all of those compositional tools came together. Now I'm a little familiar with the tune. I've heard it a few times. So I will be anticipating what they do next, and I'll be really listening for what the arrangement and how all the sounds come together in the studio version of this. And I'm excited to get to it. We've got Tarja Turunen on vocals, Tuomas Holopainen is on keyboards, Impu Vuoren is on guitars, Marko Hietala is on the bass, and Jukka Nevalainen is on the drums and percussion. The band is joined by the London Philharmonic Orchestra and the Metro Voices of London. I'm excited, friends. Let's get back to it. It's Ghost Love Score from Nightwish. Here we go. Right into it. A little timpani in there. 5, 6. I remember. 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 5. 6, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a 4-phrase pattern. They moved a minor third. Yeah, so hang on a second. So what they're doing is a 4-phrase pattern where I don't have my keyboard on, where they're going, it's in 6, and then it's in 6, and then it's in 5, and then it's in 6 again. So each of these 4 phrases has 6 beats, except the third one only has 5 little beats in it. And it's how they make it a little progressive in there. That's really cool. I want to back up a little bit and see if we can catch a little more. Off we go. 6, flat 7, 1, B flat, C. And C turns into dominant, goes to F minor, a minor third away from where they were, and they do the exact same thing. Flat 6, flat 7, and that lands on 1, and it turns major. F major instead of F minor. Swim. Interesting pronunciation on the I vowel. So, B flat minor, down by a step, to A flat. There's a 4, 5, and it stays there. Little harp, little woodwind in there. Your oboe, but it's a little overshadowed. That's what I'm listening for. My fall will be for you. Into the blue memory, and they land on B flat. I love the sectional nature of this. They're moving away from the big stuff, and you get to relax for a second. Siren from the deep.
Still I write my songs about that dream of mine, worth everything.
Love the harmonies.
The child will be born again. That siren carried him to me.
Major 4, that's cool.
First of them true loves, singing on the
shoulders of an angel without care. She's talking about, I think, a failed relationship. To yet a new key. That's C. And there's the major 4. They're doing the same thing they were doing before in B flat, but up a step for this guitar solo. Really proggy, all over the place. This is what I'm listening for. A drone in the lower strings. Some movement in the strings, a little bit of color from the woodwinds. It's a clarinet. The color instruments, there's the oboe. Bassoon. The woodwinds have such great color without overwhelming the sound. And there's our choir. The strings are staying on an open G, pretty sure. Just over the top of that. Flat 6, flat 7. Brass coming in, and back into it we go. bit of a grittier sound vocally. New key, a third away. The color of Tarja's voice in here is more operatic than Flora's. Really, really like it. Back down to third. Cool. Now up to high flute. The whistle, all these different color instruments that are able to be heard because they've got the guitar riff in the background a little bit. Flat 6, flat 7, 1, flat, F, G. They went up a third again to B flat. Flat 6, flat 7, 1 in that key. Doing the same stuff that they were doing at the beginning. That's some harmony that I haven't heard before. That's cool. That's cool. Love the chorus in this. It's rhythmic without really hitting you over the head with the percussion instrument. It just... My love will be in you. You were the one to cut me, so I'll bleed forever. Think. I got warned about this. It fades out. It's different than the other live version that I've heard. And there's not the big, high vocal culmination that Floor puts on it that I remember. And it kind of fades out. But I'm so glad I did that. That's so cool. There's things that you can do with a full orchestra and a full choir in a studio and setting the levels for everything that you can't do, or it's very hard to do, on stage when you're recreating this song live. So we've heard, or I've heard, what they've done live with that song, but I never heard the studio version, and I'm so glad that I went back to it. Tarja's a great singer, and I love her tone. She's got a darker, more operatic tone naturally than Floor does, and she made the most of it in this song. I really did enjoy that. And hearing all of the orchestra instruments coming in and giving color to what they were doing. A lot of third relationships in this, a whole bunch of third relationships where I think at the beginning they're in D minor, they go to F minor. Those two well, D and F. F is in D minor's key, right? But the F chord that's in D minor is an F major chord. And so when they go from D minor to F minor, they're flipping over a common tone, but they're doing a chromatic shift, what I call a chromatic third relationship. The D minor key and the F minor key are related by a third, but they really aren't in each other's keys. D minor is not in F minor's key, and F minor is not in D minor's key, but they both have F in it, right? So that's how Tuomas is able to just pivot over a single common tone, and it sound really cool, but not quite far afield at the same time. It's a really neat move. So like I said, friends, I believe this song is talking about a failed relationship. I think it's obvious that our narrator really cherishes what the relationship has been, especially the early portion where everything was good. And I'll say her heart because she's singing. Her heart that has been given has been cut. And in this circumstance, a part of her, I think, is going to bleed forever. She says, "My fall will be for you. My love will be in you. You were the one to cut me, so I'll bleed forever." Meaning, at least to me, that when it comes to a first love, we'll never truly forget or truly recover from our first broken heart, right? There'll always be a part of us that stays with that person. Really fascinating, right? So I found a quote by Marco, and he was talking about this song. He says, "I'm a big fan of old prog rock, and this is a song that has a lot of different parts going on." No shit, Marco. He says, "And there's different atmospheres in different places in order to support the story. My biggest influence from the prog world would be Jethro Tull." Great band. He says, "But I also love listening to Yes and Genesis and all of these similar bands, and there's a correlation between the structures and the length of a lot of their songs and this one." I get where he's coming from. This is a 10-minute song. In the prog world, it's a relatively short track, right? They've got multiple sections, a chorus, they've got a couple of solo sections, they're moving key to key, and they're telling this story, and they're going in depth, and that's what prog, to me, is all about. I really enjoyed it. Although I wouldn't come to know Nightwish until early of 2021, this album from 2004 has been one of their most commercially successful for quite a long time, and it rose to the top of the European album charts, and it has been certified platinum multiple times, and I really enjoyed it, friends. It was great to come back. I love doing these first-time reactions, but I also getting to come back to similar or alternate versions of songs that I've heard before and learn them a little bit more, especially with these bands that I very much enjoy listening to, and Nightwish is one of those bands. I'm happy to come back to Nightwish, and I'm happy to listen to Tarja sing because I've heard Floor sing it before. I think they're both great, and I love the band with either one of them or with Annette. So it's one of those things where whoever is singing, Tuomas writes some great music, and it provides for some wonderful vocal performances. Wonderful. Well, we are off to a good start this week. I didn't really drink my coffee, but I've got it ready for me in case I need it. I hope that y'all have a great week, and we will see you next time on another edition of The Daily Doug.